So the article we wrote was about functional strengthening and some of the exercises that you can replace at the gym. The one thing we looked at was that abduction machine where you're sitting and you're kicking the leg out to the side, which is true because it functions and it works on getting that glute med to fire, which is on one of those one of three butt muscles. But what we really want to do is we want to train the muscles how they function, which is the foot on the ground. So when we're running and you plant that foot, the foot's nice and stationary and you're coming up and around that foot. We're not sitting, we're not pushing weight out to the side, which is what that machine promotes. We always want to be as functional as possible in our strengthening, so that's what we want to try to do. So what we always recommend is to substitute this exercise for that machine at the gym, and this is how we would do it. So we'd always imagine that there's a star here, which is what I have on the ground. We're going to do a backwards reach at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to touch our toe, kind of like a speed skater would, and then come back up. What that's teaching us to do is to control through our pelvis. So when we run and we plant that foot, this butt muscle controls your pelvis to control how much pitch we have. So what we need to do is mimic that. Our foot stays on the ground. Instead of pushing weight out to the side, we're going to be standing, balancing, coming across, touching at a 45-degree angle, coming up. And to make that a little bit harder, we add the arm in at a 45 and coming back up. So it's just a backwards reach. And that's how we're going to train that butt muscle. If we watch from behind, my pelvis lowers, and then I pull myself out of that with that butt muscle. So it's here, we can combine it to an overhead reach, and back up. And then as we work through this, we can actually add weight to it, which would be in the same hand that's moving. So as we add that weight, it's going to turn that butt muscle on a little bit more, and then we're coming up to an overhead reach, and that's really what we're looking at doing to help strengthen that muscle. No more of this at the gym. Grab a kettlebell, grab a dumbbell, 45 degrees, come back up. The big thing that most people do to butcher this is they like to keep their back really straight, bend forward. That turns that butt muscle on. That's what we're looking to do, is bend forward, keep the spine straight, and reach.